All right. Just folks, a few minutes, folks. We're gonna go over the patch notes here. I should make sure I get everybody pulled up here. Hey, Oki. Morning. How you doing? Looks like we're down for a patch. I was gonna go over some patch notes here. For the folks who are interested. Hey, Shona. Good morning. All right, so let's go over some patch notes here. So, general patch notes. Made a change that should fix some failed logins due to various ISP and router issues. Slash friend now supports friend group. Interesting. Oh shit, a real life picture of me on screen. Are you the gassy bat? I love it. It's one of my favorite it's one of my favorite things in the game. I just love that. It's hilarious. I hope they add a dot, like when it dies and it hits the ground, I just want to see like a little green toot come out. Little fart, you know? All right, the friend command now supports friend group to send a friend request to all of your current group members. That is a good command, actually. So if you find a really good like group composition, you can just slash friend your group. That's pretty cool. Slash friend command now supports friending your defensive target or by name. That's cool. Little quality of life stuff coming in. Okay. Added friend option to the context menu that appears when right clicking on another player. That's good. TGM nows allow you to defensively target a group by name. That's cool. Target group member Fred, for example, or optionally target the pet. Oh, hold on. Target their pet. Good thing I'm doing this freaking macros video right now because if I released it, this would already be outdated. Target group member Fred 1 would target Fred's pet. Interesting. All right. Pet macros are a thing now. Good job. Target group member keys F2 by F6 will now target group member first, and then each press after that will toggle through the member's pets. Yes. Added /corpse as an alias to drag corpse. That's good. Weapons that can only be equipped in your primary hand will now show the items tooltip main hand, such as main hand dagger. Ones that can only be equipped in your secondary will now show offhand, such as offhand dagger. That's fantastic. Added tutorials for swimming and resting after combat. Fantastic. Added guild tab to social window. Oh, thank God. Display a list of current guild mates that are currently online. If you're in a guild, more functionality planned later. That's good enough for now. Holy shit. Unleashed has a pretty decent population, so it's nice to have that show up there. Grass snakes outside of shaman area should now count for the quest Serpent's Whisper. Okay, good deal. Players who start in the Sorhirith may now turn the quest Salvaging Reuse Recycle to NPC who grants it. So they fixed that quest issue in oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see. They may have stealth put it in too. We don't know. It may just not be in the patch notes for performance issues. Let's see. The quest, use what you kill part 2 in Wild's End now as an objective. Quest, searing perfection. Okay, so Wild's End fixes, seared to perfection, use what you kill part 2, roast beast, nothing goes to waste and thrown fast was fixed. Nothing goes to waste part 3 and thrown fast was updated and renamed. Quest, objective for quest, chef's attire and thrown fast and Wild's End has been updated. New bows and thrown fast should now be able to be completed. The staff of an apprentice in thrown fast should now be able to be completed. So lots of quest fixes. Additional quest lines have been added to Wild's End. Some quests that were inactive have been re-enabled and thrown fast. That's good. Conjurer Bashin has now resumed their rightful place in the Barrow Dark. Ranger trait vendors have been added to Avelia and Demeth. Nice. I was wondering about that. There was no trait vendor for Rangers. Treasure hunters in Avelia and Sorhirith. I have so many problems trying to pronounce that damn name. Now sell all 3 levels of salvaging tools to adventurers who need them. The Spider of Ill Omen. Oh, so funny thing about the Spider of Ill Omen. I ran up on my shaman and this poor guy. He was like at a quarter health when I got there, and the Spider of Ill Omen was like just above his health. He was losing the race. I went to go cast on him, and the poor guy died. And so I'm like, okay, let me finish killing this mob before he releases. The dude immediately released. I was like, oh shit. I was trying to kill it so you'd get the credit. So I don't think he got the credit for it. But I wish I would have been able to heal him in time. Wayward trappers and shady outdoorsmen have undertaken new physical training regimen in response to attacks by adventurers and become tougher as a result. I love it. Something has afflicted an ancient baron thrown fast, now known as the Grizzled Greatpaw. Okay. So I saw Redbeard actually was trying to get him the other day, but he was glitched. I don't think they got him. Cloth armor and leather armor vendors have been added to Avelia. Nice. Fix the ability kit on small jade dagger tails. Okay. Reduce their power. Okay. Red jacket sacrificial sting damage has been reduced. Those are the AVP red jackets, I think. That's good. Strike of the snake damage from low level NPCs was reduced. Good. That was overpowered. Jacked rabbit should be a little more jacked. Uh-oh. All right, class abilities. Dire Lord, splatter fixed. Thank you, God. I can actually start bleeding some targets now. That will go back on my bar. Enchanter, flux upgrades scale more appropriately. Okay, so no chant yet. Or charm, not chant. Monk, chi shield added to vendor. Oh, lots of paladin stuff. Faithful strike damage and healing multiplier increased. Insight no longer toggles auto attack. Wrathful Aegis cost reduced to 400%. Fervent Strike hit rated added. Lance of Lightful cost reduced to 200. So nice, some reductions in costs. Shock Undeath cost removed. Cooldown increased to 8 seconds. Generates 100 Wrath. So hold on. Shock Undeath cost removed. Cooldown increased to 8 seconds. Generates 100 Wrath. Okay. Smite Undeath cost removed. Cooldown increased to 8 seconds. Generates 100 Wrath. All right. Rogue, Shadow Clone buff icon added. Necro, Crippling Terror moved from level 12 to level 7. Oh, nice. Dark Empathy mana cost reduced to 4. Normalized spell cast distance to 30 meters. Good deal. Yeah, they had some inconsistencies in there. How far away the mob could be when you cast. 1 second, guys. Let me answer some chat here. Me and my friend want to play on Black Moon 0, and we can't play on 0, 1, or 2. I deleted a character to make a new one on that server. Oh, no. Character create seems to be disabled. Correct. So, Mark, we're waiting for a patch really quick. We were hoping it's going to be in today. Maybe not. I'm not sure. They're trying to reduce the amount of of folks on there right now because it was getting overpopulated and it was causing performance issues. So instead of giving more and more servers, they disabled character creation for the short term. So you could go play on another server temporarily, or you could just wait. I would go play on another server, to be perfectly honest. You can always come back. Like, say you wanted to join Unleashed or you had a guild or something here, you could just come back later. But that way you guys can like toy around on another server with some classes maybe you're interested in. If you really want to be back on Black Moon, you can come back. If not, I'm sure there's wonderful guilds ready for you on the other servers as well. All right, so who all guild all the time sucked? Yes. Tough out here with no tanks. Now that Pally looks like they're going to be playable, itching to make my new tank. Yep, hopefully you're not on Black Moon. Asmodeus, what's the highest level on your server? 20-ish. I'm 16 and change. I think we have a level 20 though. I'm not a big fan of just racing to the end. I've already experienced kind of most of the stuff in my area, so I'm not too worried about like stopping and smelling the roses kind of thing. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's today. Any idea how long his downtime will be? I'm hoping that it's as long as it needs to get this performance increase added because I want to play a summoner and I can't make any alts right now. But I'm not sure. I would hope it's be pretty close. I couldn't find them on the forum or their site. They are on the patch notes on their official Discord. So I'm going over them right now. All right, let's get back at it. By the way, Dust, how you doing, man? Summoner, Mana Bond changed to level 4. Mana Bond changed to level 4. Mana Bomb changed to level 4. Summon Food changed to level 4. Mana Sword ranks changed to 6, 16, 26, 36. Paired Sword remains at 10, 20, 30, 40. Swarm Line cast time reduced to 1.5 seconds. Nice. I think it was 2 seconds. Anybody in chat confirm? Made a summoner alt, named him Slummoner. Chillin', pleasure to be here, hanging out while I get back to crafting tools for the guild. Hell yeah, dude. Seriously, so those who don't know, we've got a couple people in Unleashed. Dust here, along with Innate and a couple other folks. They're just cranking out. They've got standard kits that they're handing out to people where you're getting a couple of bags and boxes and all that kind of stuff. Y'all are doing a fantastic job. If no one has told you, I greatly appreciate it. I know everybody in the guild greatly appreciates it. So thank you guys for what you do. I would do more, but I am always swamped. So hopefully I'll be able to do more in the future. But I greatly appreciate you guys putting in that work, helping the new folks out, letting the guys that are just coming in, just now playing the game. Yeah, it's a fantastic job you guys are doing. Patch notes are on Discord. Yep, patch notes are on Discord under the patch notes section on their official Discord. You can get to them in pantheonmmo.com to get to their Discord link. All right, back to it. So biting wind damage increased slightly. Nice. Wind blade damage increased. Mana cost reduced. Who crossed the bat in a chihuahua? I've freaking loved this bat, man. It's so, I don't know. It tickled me when the first time I saw it. I found it so hilarious. Flame lash. Hold on. When wind blade damage increased, mana cost reduced. Flame lash, mana blaze, and molten spear damage and cooldowns adjusted. Okay, well, we don't know which way those ones went. Flame whip cooldown reduced 30 seconds. Wind dagger reduced to 30 seconds, and rage slam reduced to 20 seconds. Oh, that's big. That's gonna increase output on your pets. That's good. Archimental bond cast time increased to 3 seconds, and the cooldown was removed. All right. All right, wizard changes. Elemental piercing mana cost reduced from 10% of base to 6%. Okay, nice. Supercell accuracy bonus increased. Or sure spell, not supercell. Jesus Christ. Can't read today. Sure spell accuracy bonus increased. Nice. VFX, slight adjustment to timing on shield line for arcane casters. New effect for disoriented state indicator. Okay. New effect for stunned indicator. Attached edict of celestial authority. Stun only now for testing. All right. Dire Lord, new and updated effects for Ready Blade, Haunted Slash, Blood Red Blade, Rune Carver, Arcane Terran, Essence Harvester. Oh shit, okay. All of our techniques basically just changed. So we'll see what those look like. Full set of tools, free higher tier weapons. 7 damage, 1.6 delay. Is that 1.6 delay or 2.6? Cloth armor set, 4 stash boxes, 4 10 slot bags for any guildies that want, for anyone unaware. Aha, suckers, you can't get to Black Moon and join. No shit, 1.6? Are they slashing? Can I use that shit? If so, fucking hook me up. I've got 2.9 delay weapons. Yeah, dude, if you got 1.6 delay, 7 damage. Oh, okay. Can't make a sword. Help you get 15. Let's do this shit because that is a massive upgrade for me. I think I'm using like 529s right now. Damn. Okay. All right. But yeah, shout out to you and an 8, man. You guys are doing work. What's up, Unleashed? Can't wait to get off work and log back in. Hey, Winter, I saw you guys in the Discord last night. I was going to jump in and say something. But for some reason, so funny story. Well, it's funny for you guys. It's not for me. So I ended the stream last night because I was going to try to get some editing done, which I was going to do. And then I ended the stream. I went to the restroom. I let the dogs out. I came back upstairs and my fans were on at like 100%. My CPU was perfectly cool. Like there was no issues, but all of my fans were going balls to the wall, like 100% fan speed. So I was like, okay, what is going on? So I turned my PC off, like just like shut it down, brought it back up. Then all my lights on my fans went off and everything was still at 100%, like before it even booted into Windows. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I went and looked at my fan curves. I know it's unrelated story. Sorry, I'll get right back to the patch notes. But looked at my fan curves. They were all still the same. So I was like, I couldn't figure it out. I spent like an hour and a half trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So I ended up having to turn my CPU off, or my computer off at the power supply. I had to flip the power supply off. So I don't know if something with my fan controller got jacked up and got stuck. But it was really wild. I was panicking for a minute. I'm like, what is going on? Did something on my motherboard go out? Or anyway, so we're back up and we're good. But I didn't figure that out till almost 1 in the morning last night. Never seen that on a computer ever, where your fan speed just goes fucking ballistic. That was crazy. Anyway, yeah, luckily we're all good today. Everything looks fine. It's nice and quiet, because I can't have those going at 100% speed while I'm trying to talk to you guys, because you'll just hear like a box fan in the background. Because there's, 10 fans in this thing. So, how long on this patch? Hopefully anytime now. I'm hoping the performance stuff is making it a part of this, and they're going to open this server back up. Mr. Steel Rose, welcome back in. Thank you for the follow. I think you were here earlier, maybe? Didn't you follow before? I feel like you followed before. Maybe not. I don't know. I could be crazy. Albino Rhino with the sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, back to the patch notes. Let me get through chat real quick. Longer I start the gas bat, the cuter it gets. I told you, man, this gas bat is awesome. I love it. If you're on Revenant and see Mimu's, just give me a wave. Yes, sir. Look at that. Show Neff's on Revenant. You guys hook up, join a group, make a static. Hell yeah. The Gasomancer. I love it. That's too good. All right. Downloading patch now on server stat. No idea on server status. Yeah, we're waiting. Yeah, it was not a great way to end the night. So, all right, back to the patch notes. Sorry, guys. New updated effects for Direlord. Basically, all of their techniques looks like I got revamped. So I'm curious. I didn't hate Ready Blade. Haunted Slash was okay. I don't think I did Blood Red Blade yet. Rune Carver looked fine. Arcane Terror. So we'll see what those look like. Enchanter, another fix for Gaven's Wild Display VFX not playing. That's good. NPC fixes. New effect for Curse Wolf Shadow Claw. That's cool. New effects for Chomp Bite, Fang Bite, Claw, Mangle, and Venomous Bite for animals. New effect for Skeleton's Rot Claw. Nice. Paladin, new effect for Fervent Strike and its impacts. Fix for Wrathful Aegis timing. New updated effects for Faithful Strike. So it looks like a lot of the techniques are getting revamped. Faithful Strike, Disciplined Swing, Righteous Chop, Condemning Blow, Devout Strike, and Flanking Strike have all been revamped. New effects for Survival Slash for Ranger. Shamans get new effects for Shard Splinter Damage spell. New effect to indicate how many stacks of projectile the character has. Oh, this is Summoner, not Shaman. I thought that said Shaman. I was going to say, what? This is a Summoner spell. It helps if I read. That's awesome. So new effects to indicate how many stacks of a projectile character has. I was hoping this was coming in. I would like to, like, when you summon them, summon a spike, summon a spike, summon a spike, and then send them all. So hopefully that's what this is. New Mono Blue Erudite Mind effect variant. Okay. I hope they didn't mess up Erudite Mind too much. I really like the way that spell hit. But PVL has not disappointed so far, so we'll see. New burst hand effect with character finish when finishes casting. This is only hooked up through Summoner Splinter spell as a test case. Okay. Patch notes are on their official Discord. There's a section called patch notes. It will be in the patcher too. I have not checked to see if that is a thing yet. Wizard, new non-electrical purple arcane hand VFX. Currently only in use for condensed mana and gate as test cases. Okay. Adjust condensed mana main VFX location to be slightly more in front of the character. New fancy effect for static arrow. All right, item adjustments. The schematic for Noble Tunic now utilizes correct spelling for the item. The sale price for Celestium Dust has been reduced. RIP. Everybody's cash flow just went down. So keep those Celestium Dust now, maybe. Many looted crafting schematics should now be tradable. Yes. Did you hear that, folks? Tradable schematics. All that shit that you picked up that hopefully you did not destroy, that is no trade and you threw it in the bank. Hopefully you can trade those now to those Discord. I'm reading chat at the same time. Hopefully you can trade those now to those people in your guild or your friends that are doing those trade skills. The weight of many gathering tools has been slightly reduced. Okay. Loot drops from many animals in Wild's End have been updated. Good. I felt like when I played Wild's End, I did it before EA. So like the smoke test, I didn't feel like there was much dropping. So hopefully, that's helpful. The Springwood Bowstaff now correctly gets its second attack. Good deal. Driftwood Bowstaff gets its second attack now. Basic gathering tools provided by gathering trainers may no longer be sold to vendors. Okay. Oh, I think you could do that. You just couldn't do the initial ones, right? That's okay, I guess. Size of small, medium, and lidded storage boxes has been increased. Nice. The drop rate for snakes increased, rats increased, bat wings increased, wolf fangs increased, foxtails increased. Oh, foxtails, thank God. Have y'all done the foxtail paintbrush? Is it the foxtail paintbrush? I think it's foxtail paintbrush. Jesus Christ, man. When I don't need the stupid tail, it drops off every frickin' fox I kill. When I need it because I'm trying to finish the quest, Never. Never, never, never. I highly recommend, if you're in Avalia, do the fox fur or foxtail paintbrush or whatever it is. It gives you a bag. Even if that bag goes in your bank, it's an 8-slot bag. The aged stonehide. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry if no one wanted to know that. I apologize. The aged stonehide skull cap should now be equipped in the correct inventory slot. How do you download the patch? Just run the patcher. I'm not sure on the Steam, actually. I'm assuming Steam will patch it automatically once it's released. I don't know if they have to push to Steam or how that whole thing works. The purchase price for low-level weapons and armor have been increased. Okay. Weren't they already expensive? Yep, patch day. Nomix, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody, not just Nomix. I just saw him post. I'm okay with word of mouth spoilers, just our fees look stuff up. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I try not to cover too much like in-depth stuff in my video, or if so, I'm gonna let you know, hey, this is what I'm showing you, so you don't, like, I want those people that want to naturally come across stuff to not have stuff spoiled for them. Additional items may now be purchased from crafting supplier vendors. Nice. Gathering. The maximum number of simultaneously active mining nodes in Thronefast, Avenir's Pass, and Wild's End have been increased. Oh, they had a cap on it. That's interesting. So they had a cap on it by zone. That's an interesting way to do it. Didn't think about that. Weaponsmithing. So crafting stuff. Weaponsmithing. Thorn, Ironheart, and Demeth Village should now sell proper schematics for Ash and Bronze. Hey! Brielle Kalion and Avelia should now sell the proper schematics for Asherium tools. Skill requirements for crafting crude weapons and novice weapons components have been reduced. There we go. Foreman's hammer may now be successfully crafted. Armor smithing. Newly crafted simple armor reinforcements should now be usable in finished armor pieces. Note, if you've crafted reinforcements before the patch, they will probably not work. Womp womp. Yeah, lots of really good changes here. Fletching. The Seeker's staff should now properly accept its components and be craftable. Leatherworking. Schematics for Skulker's armor and Initiate's armor should now create the correct items. Good deal. Tailoring. Disciples headbands now properly accept Novice headband basis when crafting. The schematic for Simple Cord now creates the correct item. Alchemy. Local ingredients in Wild's End may now be utilized to create many alchemy potions. Alchemy now will gain the smelting skill upon turning in apprenticeship tokens and learning the profession. Interesting. So you get smelting with alchemy now. That's good. A new quest has been added to grant a smelting skill for alchemists who are missing it. Speak to the trainer in your starting city and complete the quest. Cool. So that's to cover the folks who already have alchemy, because it would have already been granted. Okay. Provisioning. New cooking combinations and results have been added to the campfire cooking kit. Audio. Fixed for Alt-Tab issue with no sound when game is not on focus. Thank God. That is much needed. New SFX for new VFX. All right. That broke my brain for a second. New music for Wild's End. All the music's been fantastic. Most of the sound is really good, other than the super like reverberations that come from mining and stuff. Bug fixes. Possible fix for zones sometimes not loading items or NPCs on startup. Oh, that was a big one. If y'all weren't on for that, the panic that ensued 7 minutes ago, ready for download on new patch. Fixed an issue where tooltips and items on merchants were showing the wrong right-click messages. All right, so try to patch up, folks. Pantheon launcher. Apparently, while I was reading this, everybody was able to start patching. Okay, the one patcher is working. I don't know about Steam. Let me see. Manage downloads. Yeah, I'm hoping there's some stability patches in this that they're just not calling out, and that they open character creation back up, but I'm guessing not. I mean, the possible fix for some zones not loading items or NPCs on startup, that is a performance fix. Oof. Yeah, it is. When does access end? It doesn't, Henry. You're good. If you buy now, you can play until 1.0. No extra fees. So $40 for the next 2 years. At 1.0, there might be, they haven't decided on what that model is going to look like, but there might be monthly payments. I think most people are in favor of monthly payments over like kind of cash grabby pay store for vanity stuff. Because the vanity stuff can get way too much way too quick. So I think most people want a subscription model versus just like a vanity store. Not to say they still won't have a vanity store, but it's completely different when your entire cash flow is based on that versus, hey, we just want to be able to give some people some fashion quest kind of thing. Yeah, PVL did a really good job with the spell effects. Not like they're flashy enough, but they're not over the top, because it can get real bad. Like even now with how like simple some of the VFX are, it can get real crazy when you've got 6 people stacked on one mob and you're just hitting these different spell effects. Imagine that with 32 people on a raid. It's going to be nuts. So, all right. I missed a lot of stuff over here on Twitch. Give me just a second. Realm still down. Steam patch still not ready. Crew coming. I'm coming in when servers are up. Speaking of fletching, recipes for mage staff. Require blank staff, twine, and dust. 3 components. I have the first 2. Cannot find the dust. I have about 5 different kinds of celestium dust in my inventory, so it's some other kind of dust. So there's regular celestium dust, and then there's the celestium dust of like acuity and intellect and all that stuff. So it might be one or the other of those. I think they made the character for lock strat. You need attribute dust. Yep, that's what I believe you need. Yep. Once you use your crafting token, are you stuck with that forever, or can you purchase a new one? You are stuck with that forever currently. There will be a way in the future to like unlearn a skill and pick up another one, but that's not in right now. So be very careful. If you've not used any of your tokens yet, do not delete them. Also, make sure you fit your trade skill or are okay with whatever trade skill you pick being a permanent. Not all dust can be put in all gear. Some items may take tireless, health, mana, etc. Yep. Stuck with it. Dang it, accidentally did cooking. Reading is hard. I'm right there with you, man. Hey, Cal, welcome in. True. No patch notes on the patcher. Yeah, they seem to lag a little bit behind. But you can look at the patch notes. I just finished reading them, but they're on the Discord. I know which one the recipe take. I literally have all but maybe 3 of them. I just need to get the others to see if it highlights the craft button. Yeah, it might be bugged. If you have 5 different ones, I would think one of those 5 should go in there. So it might be an issue. Like salvaging for me won't work. I think salvaging is broken, and hopefully, I think they said something about this being fixed. So far, I've only done tailoring for crafting. I'm flirting with the idea of jewel crafting. Yeah, as soon as they release it, you got jewel crafting and scribe, but they said they didn't know when it's going to come in. Backup Crypt, welcome in. Can I ask when servers will be up? Hopefully anytime now. I think they're waiting on the Steam patch push to go out so they can bring servers back up. Is it true they added more ore nodes? I believe they added more before early access into early access, but they've just increased the amount of nodes that can be up at one time in most of the starting zones. Well, AVP, Throne Fast, and Wild's End. So yes, you should see more ore nodes, more nodes in general. Jewelcraft was out, but they took it back out. Yep. So they disabled Jewelcraft, and Scribe is not in yet. Yeah, no problem. No problem. It should be up anytime now. They released the patch out on their native patcher right now. So we're just waiting on the Steam side. Trash Cannibal, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. More nodes. Absolutely. Grimjack Games, yes, I agree. The buddy code issue, I mean, it has to be something pretty significant for them not to have come out yet. I know this is not at all what they intended. They wanted the buddy codes to come out earlier. I think it has something to do with Steam backend and trying to get those codes out and keeping both of them valid from a licensing standpoint on the server. But hopefully that's really soon. I know there's a lot of people that are jacked up. They're waiting on their buddies. They don't want to play before them, that kind of thing. I know it's really frustrating for those folks. So I will say that I will be streaming tomorrow and we'll be giving away at least one Steam copy of the game, maybe more. So if you have a buddy that wants to play and you're waiting on a buddy key, hopefully I can help you out with that tomorrow. So, but yeah, just buy Steam copy, play now, and then you have a backup key for your friend. You know, if you have the budget, right? If you got $40 in your wallet, you need gas or Pantheon, get the gas or get Pantheon. But I mean, if it's a budgetary thing, yeah, definitely don't do it. But I would buy one and just have an extra account. I have multiple copies of the game. I bought it a couple of times. So, but yeah, hopefully buddy keys are coming. Be patient if you can be. If not, just get the Steam copy. But I would anticipate that will be out as soon as humanly possible. Gas in this economy? Oh, I know. 100 hours in 7 days worth my money? Dude, that ain't no shit. I did 48 hours just on stream over the weekend. Yeah, it was, I mean, that's worth it by itself, right? That's $1 an hour. So I'm more than going to get my money out of this game. More, like way more. I've put in like 4 hours on a game that I spent $60 before and went, nope, this isn't my kind of game. So $40 for this quantity of hours, yeah, it is absolutely worth it. I keep trying to play alts to play around, but I keep going back to my Dire Lord. Well, I think it sounds like you know what you want to play. Dire Lord's good, and they're only going to get better by the sound of it. Not sure how many hours I've played, but I've not been very good at real life this weekend. I love my monk. Yep. Yeah. My wife has been balls like most of you probably know the story, but she doesn't play MMOs, right? So she saw me streaming Pantheon like a while back, and she goes, "Hey, do you still have that buddy code?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got my buddy code." Because I pledged like way back, like 10 years ago, right? So I had my buddy code, and she's like, "Yeah, I think I'll try it." So she played one day. The next day, at the door lands an Amazon package, right? She made a cleric, played Pantheon. She's like, "I really like this game. It's really good." The next day, Amazon package lands at the door. She bought a cleric t-shirt that says "Cleric" because somebody's got to heal you idiots. She bought in immediately. She loves this game. She played WoW after that, like in between when EA was down. She played WoW for a little bit, and she was like, "Yeah, I like this," because she likes task oriented stuff. So she did like WoW, but she's like, "I don't like it even close to as much as Pantheon." So I chose Dire Lord because of Arthax, and it's been the best class. Yes, Dire Lord is a lot of fun, man. Thematically, it's a fantastic class for me. It's a class fantasy. I like anything life tap or life leech. So like Necro, Dire Lord, really good. I mained a Dire Lord on Teak, which I have since basically dropped because Pantheon is that good. and that's that good in alpha, basically. So it's really good. I highly recommend it. But if you're, especially if you're waiting to join us on like Black Moon, go get on another server, spin up a bunch of dudes like that you might be interested in, play those guys, and then once Black Moon opens back up, come back over if you want to, or stay on that server. You know, you might find a great group of folks to play with. You might find a guild there. But try out a few things and then come back. Let her try EQ. She won't play EQ. I don't understand it. I think it's because I've played it since 1998. She just feels like she's at a massive disadvantage, whereas with Pantheon, she feels like we're closer to on equal footing with game knowledge. She's just behind on the lingo and like MMO etiquette, how MMOs work, like some of the basic stuff, like the con system she had no clue about. So she's more so just trying to catch up on the how to play MMOs and MMO etiquette than she is like the game knowledge. Yeah, it's like say that your significant other is a pro at your sport, like the sport that they want you to try. You feel like, whoa, you're way too advanced for me already. I don't even want to get into this, you know? Versus like if you're both learning it at the same time, she's a lot more comfortable that way. And she loves Pantheon, man. She comes home, she drops her stuff, she goes and uses the restroom, does that stuff, right? And then she goes, sits down and is like, okay, what can I start doing while we're waiting on dinner? Or, you know, if we don't have something to do, straight to it, man. She's got it bad. I keep trying to play alts to play. Yep. W wife. Yep. I'm lucky. She went right into it. Yep. Mine is a console gamer. Revenant feels like a bunch of organized groups. It's been hard to get into groups. Yeah, that's what we're trying to foster here at Unleashed is we want people of all play styles. So we have some people that are hardcore that play all the time. We want people of all walks of life, like super casual, a couple hours a week kind of thing. But we want those people to group up. So we're trying to build some of these groups for folks. AFK getting food, hopefully back time for servers. Absolutely. I run a group of brothers on Revenant. Well, there you go. So anybody who needs maybe to fill a spot, show enough on Revenant has some room. Can I ask what server you're on? I'm on Black Moon. Unfortunately, you can't join me right now. Hopefully that will happen very soon. Hey, Arthax, it's David. Usually watch on YouTube. Ranger is level 12, and now I'm obsessed with Pantheon. First MMO I think about all day before getting home and logging. Hope to see you on Terminus sometime. Absolutely. Dude, I bet you're loving Ranger right now. Ranger is really good. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of jumping in, jumping out. If you want to go ranged heavy, you've got equivalent ranged and melee skills. The design of Ranger is really good, and it's only getting better. When can I log back in today? Yeah, it's so active. The trap stuff is a little wonky. They're fixing it. Patch notes and patches are up, yes. We're still waiting on, it looks like, the patch to hit Steam. But if you have the regular client, I believe you are good to patch up. Servers are not up yet, though. Patch notes are available on the patch notes section of the official Discord. I'm Enchanter, but I feel like they're lacking in DPS. Their spells cost too much. Yes, but Enchanter is not intended to be a DPS, if that makes sense. They're supposed to be able to do respectable DPS, but you have so much control over getting groups and how the group like functions because of your utility. You are the master of utility. I think a lot of your DPS is probably going to come from your charm pet once you get that. And that should be coming really, really soon. So it was supposed to come in with early access, but they wanted to make sure they got all the fringe cases to keep people from exploiting charm. So it sounded like they didn't have those all taken care of. So they're finished buttoning those up, and it should be in soon. Yep, next patch. Yep. So hopefully it'll be there soon. Devin, welcome in. Hey, Arthax. I'm arriving late, but listening at work. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. I have a friend playing Ranger. He likes it, handles it really well too. Yeah, Ranger is so much fun. It really is. I would probably main a Ranger if we didn't need a tank and I wasn't streaming. Because streaming takes so much focus and Ranger is so active. I don't feel like I do Ranger justice and I feel like I'd just be a shitter. So that's why I went Dire Lord, which probably is still a little bit active and can't quite hectic. But I can just kind of say, hey, pausing chat for a second. Let me get like aggro locked down and then I'm good, right? For the most part. Been playing Wizard, liking it. Yeah, Wizard is really good. Wizard is the #1 DPS as long as you don't blow yourself up. I'm not sure how to best answer. This game is not complete. Oh, did I miss a? I'm not an EQ. Oh, sorry, Seth. I missed your question. I'm not an EQ player. What does this game do better than EQ, or is it just ground level hype train? It's very different than EQ. It is the same style as EverQuest, but the combat is way more engaging for me. It's a lot more tactical than EverQuest. So, EverQuest is usually like you have to deal with some crowd control. There's not a lot of mechanics. It's just kind of like, okay, what do we need to do to beat X, Y, and Z mob? Here, every different mob may have different mechanics. And it's not like those are massively different, but yeah, it is a really good game. If you so one thing I will say for those people who are critical of the graphics, or maybe think that there's not enough mechanics or not enough things going on, it sounds weird to say it like this, but if you play the game, it plays way different than it looks on screen. The graphics are way better once you get into the world and you feel as a part of the world. So you want to take maybe some of the graphical judgment with a grain of salt until you actually get in the game. Trust me, it feels so much better once you're in the game and it really grows on you. I know there's a lot of people that were disappointed in that style, the style change, but I think it was needed to get the game to where it is today. My brother bought and I'm waiting on his buddy pass. I completely get it, man. All I can say is it's going to be as quickly as they can do, as quickly as they can get it out to you. Immersed in the world, it reminds me of those first days on EQ and Tunair server. Yes. So I will say this, I got a little bit of... So when we did the smoke test right before early access launch and we logged into Wild's End, I definitely got that emotional kind of Kelethan feel when we logged into Wild's End and we're up in the Tree City. Like the Tree City is just so grand. I'm really bad at pronouncing it, so I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say Sorhirith, I think is what it's called. But it's so good. You guys are killing me with chat. I can't keep up. Let me bounce back over to Twitch real quick. Sorry. I promise I'll get to your questions as soon as I can. When can I log back in? Loving Ranger. Feel like Monk Nurse Ranger's #1 melee. Yeah, but monks have so much utility. I do feel like Rangers should edge them out just a little bit. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. Next patch drop is still yet. Okay. Feel like they're... feel like they did that specifically for you. Elijah, my cleric. Jaws DK, thank you for the follow. Sorry I didn't call it out sooner. Steam hasn't pushed out a patch on my end. Hey, Steve's in chat. We haven't flipped the switch yet. Yep, so we're waiting on the Steam side. It looks like we were able to patch. Let's see. Honestly, all classes seem decently fleshed out, viable, and fun. Yes. Right. There's some that are going to be over the top, and there's some that are going to be a little underwhelming for a lot of people, but that's okay, right? Because not every you don't want everything to feel very flat. If everybody feels about the same, then you don't feel like anybody is better, and everything just kind of feels like nothing I do matters. You don't feel that. There needs to be this, right? It can't just be flat across the board. Good morning, Steve. Oh, Joppa's in chat. Welcome, Joppa. Gas bats unite. Absolutely. I love the concept art, so that's my background. You guys need a vacation though. I will say that. I've said it a couple of times, and hopefully you guys get one with the upcoming holiday. The particle effects are so beautiful. Yes, PVL has done a fantastic job. I have not seen a spell effect that I did not like. Torque. I started off hating the graphics, but they grew on me. I love them now. I completely agree. Completely agree. I didn't hate the graphics. I was like, I was disappointed. But then I was thinking about it objectively, going, okay, they want to reduce like the need to have hyper realistic graphics is going to help so much with getting things out, and it's going to make it that much easier. I have a level 8 Necro and a level 9 Enchanter. Stoli, thank you for the Prime sub. I greatly appreciate it. I like my Enchanter more than Necro, both level 9. I think they both gain their class identity around 12. Weird double post. Yes. And Necro feels really good at 12. It's such a big level at 12. You really feel like you get all of your kit. Like Necro changes at 12. It's a completely different class for me. Like thematically the same, but it plays so much different. Your pet gets taunt, you get crowd control, your official crowd control, right? Your mez, you get your life tap over time. It's a big level. Oh, y'all started a hype train. Oh no, the train. Jen, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I greatly appreciate it. Old graphics are much better. New ones are good enough. Yep. Yeah, I think a lot of people were disappointed, but like I said, if you get in the game, it's gonna feel so much different. I promise you. It is well worth your $40 for the amount of value you're gonna get in that game. If you even remotely like the style of game, you're gonna enjoy yourself. Any beans on the stream for Black Moon character create? I know I really want to make my Necro and my Summoner, but we'll get there. But yes, you guys got the hype train rolling. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the subs. Oh, I forgot. We have one change since yesterday. So I don't feel like the one old fashioned is good enough. So when people sub, we're going to start throwing old fashions on the screen and they'll just bounce around for a minute. Makes it a little easier. So I greatly appreciate the subs. What are you guys doing? Please stay true to vision. Have been addicted to NMO since 1999. Yep. Yeah, it's 100% worth the $40. Bostova, thank you for the follow. I was disappointed in the graphic revamp, but also once in game, the world looks beautiful. The characters, though, are ugly. They're coming. I know. It's been said a couple of times. There's going to be character customization that's coming in. They're adding more and more. They're going to do passes on some of the characters. So it is, things still can change, but I'd rather have a fun, engaging game than a gorgeous game, if that makes sense. Games like Minecraft give you an idea of how much people appreciate gameplay over graphical fidelity. What kind of DPS do you reckon will be to dish out with charm? Do you think it will be super unpredictable like vanilla EQ? Yes, it's going to be unpredictable, right? There is going to be chances to break. You're going to be worried about going to the bathroom with a charm pet, that kind of thing. The DPS, I couldn't say. I think it's going to be risk for reward. I think it's going to be powerful DPS. I think it has to be powerful DPS, right? Because why, if you're going to put out like subpar DPS with a charm pet, why even have it? Like, why risk that? So I think you are going to have a high risk versus reward. How has AI impacted the pace of development, if all? That's a good question. I think a lot of people think AI is going to do way more than it actually does, but it takes care of some of the busy work. So you're going to see things faster. My opinion, coming from a software solution architect. Joppa, make tailoring easier to level. I think trade skills feel good as far as leveling speed right now, but that's just my opinion. I think bouncing emotes are funny. Yep. Yeah, especially when I put my dogs on there, they bounce around. Charm DPS is supposed to be 50% less than non-charm DPS of the mob, which that's still pretty significant, right? Because you got 6-on-1 in most cases, especially if you're charming a Chevron mob. You sort of forget about them due to gameplay. Yes, yeah, it really does. Like your hyper judgment over things when you see like the lighting effects, the water, all of that stuff. A lot of like the nitpicky stuff, just looking at it very objectively, like I'm just looking at graphical fidelity. Most of that fades. You don't really see all that little stuff because you're invested in the game. You're having to worry about mechanics and how to fight these mobs and how to do these things. So it's huge. It's huge. When you get into the game, it feels so much different than if you're just looking at it very objectively from like, oh, well, you know, because you're going to be hypercritical, as you should be, right? If you're looking at the graphics, you want to focus on those graphics, but the graphics don't make the game. Do you want to be able to log in and play again anytime now? They're waiting to flip the switch. I think they're having to push to Steam and do all that, but hopefully very soon. Cost recipes and some trade skills are expensive though. Yeah, I mean they're going to be. You should have a balance of wanting to craft your armor, but also want to go find your armor naturally, right? Like you want to go get groups and get armor. Now there may be some people that just want to craft, and that's completely fine. I think there's nothing wrong with that, but they're going to want to push you kind of both sides. Racial traits are not in the game yet. Mostly correct. So there are some racial traits that are in the game. Dark Mirror have the first racial traits in the game with swim speed and swim and breath meter. That's like the very tip of the iceberg for racial traits. But everybody else's I don't believe are in. Lots of requests for easier. It's intended to be tough. Yep. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get an easier experience. That's not intended. Not for welcome in, man. Racials are not in yet. Partially true. I love Pantheon. First time in a long time I want to play a game again. Absolutely. Yep, it's the only game that's ever pulled me away from EverQuest when I was in an EverQuest mood. In my experience, just watching someone play an MMO is not near as enjoyable as playing one. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm telling you, some of these people that are overly critical of the game, if they just played it, even for a half hour, I think a large portion of them are going to change their mind. I heard Joppa say the sci-fi thematics in Pantheon somewhere. Any insight on that? Yeah, dwarf. Or not dwarf, gnome. Gnome is a little sci-fi-ish, right? So they're experimental, exploded with energy. So they have like, you know, if you look at the concept art, they got like the energy all around them. They did some experimentation and kind of blew themselves up. I like all the bugs and glitches. Reminds me of the games in the 90s. Yeah, EQ's had some glitches that never went away. They're still there. From 1998. How about leatherworking? Can we only craft one tier so far? Or have I missed something? Check the second tab. So at the top right, you're going to see a 1, so an I, an II, and III, right? The numerals. You click that, and that's the second tier of the vendor. Good part of the experience, even back in EQ, is looking for your character and others around you. Itemization is very important. Dude, the itemization changes, holy shit. This has made this so much more fun and enjoyable because you feel like every mob you kill, at least for me, right, having played before, playing now, it feels like it's a slot machine, right? So I'm going to kill this mob and any number of these things can drop. You know, even doesn't have to be like world breaking, oh my god, look at this super powerful item, but just a litany of things can drop now, and it makes combat so much more exciting in those camps, right, where you're killing the same mob 60 times because you have so many different variations of gear that can drop. You have caster gear, you could have DPS gear, you could have tank gear, you could have gear that kind of sits between the two. It's huge. The itemization change has been fantastic. Some people are critical just to be critical. Yep. Or because they delight in it. Yeah, that's the internet today. Doesn't make any sense to me. Why actively talk shit about a game you want to succeed? Because I feel like the majority of people, like some of people just want it to fail, but most want it to succeed. And I don't see why you'd actively root against that. Like I saw some Steam reviews. It's like, I bought this, I'm going to recommend it because I want it to succeed. And then they shit all over the game in the comments. Like they tell everyone else, don't buy this game. I'm like, what? But you like the game, you want it to succeed, but don't tell people not to buy it because it's a alpha, because there's a lot of bugs with it. Like, that's the point. You want more people to buy it. You want more people to experience the different things, see how good the game is, help get those bugs fixed, and that gets us where we want to be faster. It's counterintuitive to say, yeah, I recommend this game, but don't buy it. Like, it's just kind of a weird stance on it. All right, let me catch back up with YouTube now. I got to bounce back and forth. Steam update is live. Okay. Yep. Yeah, it is. Downloading right now. I downloaded both. Yep. So everybody go get your Steam download going. Yeah, Magic Tech. Yep. Yeah, the gnomes are that kind of the technology side. When I heard that ding in Pantheon, I was sold on the game. Absolutely. Noki Nook, thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed it. I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up on both. Trying to catch up on both chats. People eat crayons. That's true. It is true. All right. Let's look. Servers are up. Here we come, Black Moon. Now, I didn't see it, but I'm going to test it. Let's go to character create. Just in case. Maybe they stealthed it. Womp womp. Not open back up yet. But here's your level 16 gorgeous Dire Lord that obviously needs some new gear. But look at these bastard swords, though. Or are they bastard swords or broadswords? Hold on. I can't remember now. So are they going to wipe servers, all servers at some point? Yes, at 1.0. 1.0 is the only guaranteed wipe. It is entirely possible that there will be others, but the only guaranteed wipe is 1.0. They don't want to wipe any more than they have to. So the people that are out there going, oh, they're going to wipe 16 times, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Let me see if I can get a better position where you can see them a little. I mean, those swords look good. Nice bloodline, the pommel hilt, all look good. Very Vorpal, nice and pointy. They look really good. Sure, it just won't have a chance to become the game that some people want if they don't help us get there. It's a long process. Yes. Yep. Well put, Steve. Absolutely. That's why, like, I don't get it. Why actively root against something you want to succeed? That is counterproductive to your goal. Like, the whole reason that I started doing all this content creation was I see so much potential in this game. I see how hard the team is working. I've seen the changes over the last year. And so what I said was, I see people who need help. I see something that a lot of people want, and want to succeed. So how can I help? And that's what I'm doing. The stats on my swords, if I go back here, they are 7.2.8. Did they just change this? Hold on a second. I am confused now. I may have to go back and look at a previous stream. I didn't think they were... I didn't think they had stats on them. I don't know. It's been a long couple of days. I might be crazy. Larfish, thank you for the follow. Yes, maxing out sprint is extremely important. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch back up here. Yeah, the new races are going to be great when they're here. I'm so stoked about Gnome. I know they're probably going to be last, but they are unquestionably, in my opinion, the hardest race to do graphically, especially with the huge focus that I think the community had with them. So I think they'll be last, but might know better. We've got we had Joppa in chat and Steve, so who knows. But that's another thing I want to call out. Joppa and Steve have been in chat. Steve's been in chat 2 days now. Like the amount of streams these guys jump around in, and we see them jump around in and check and see what the pulse of the community is. Never seen a game in dev like that. Like it's crazy. It shows how much they care. And that's part of the reason I raid Joppa's streams when he streams when I'm on, is I want people to see the passion that he has for the game. It's infectious, I think. When you see a developer who cares about the game like that, to me, it's extremely motivating. Yep, yeah, work on your climb skills. Let's see what else we got here. Make a habit to sprint all the time. Yep, sprint just before you get exhausted and let go. To further support the game, I've gifted several Steam copies to friends. Great time of year to do so. Absolutely. That is a good point. Buy copies for your friends. So we're doing a giveaway tomorrow. We'll have at least 1 or 2 copies to give away tomorrow. So stay tuned. Make sure you're here tomorrow to get your copy or have your chance at a copy. The last giveaway was successful. They reached out, let me know that they've been playing. They had some work stuff pop up, but they've been playing and enjoying their copy of the game that we gave away earlier this week. So we'll have another giveaway tomorrow. Where can I read the patch notes? Discord, there's a patch notes section. It's got all the patch notes for you. Eventually they will pop up in the regular patcher, and there should be some patch notes on Steam as well. All right, let me scroll back up here. Chance we're gonna... Codex is bugged out. Weapons have different specs. Yeah, my weapons definitely feel like, I swear to God, these changed. Either I'm crazy or they changed, because I definitely didn't have 2.8 delay. So at the minimum, the delay changed, because I remember specifically 2.9 delay. Because I swapped out from a 3.1 to a 2.9. And these are 2.8 now. So I feel like something changed with those items, which is entirely possible. Fully geared players, towns, NPCs, nodes. Will there be rested XP like an EQ? What? Rested XP? Can't harvest? Where did I get the swords from? It's really hard to tell you that. I streamed so much over like a 3-day period, I couldn't tell you where half of this shit dropped. Everything kind of blurred together. I'm formulating like scripts and, you know, video ideas and all this stuff while I'm playing, while I'm reacting to chat. Like, it is hectic, like super hectic. I'm exhausted. I'm losing my voice in a lot of cases. Speaking of, let me get something to drink here. I want to say these swords either dropped in Halnir Cave or Goblin Caves. I want to say they might have been Halnir though. Which Halnir, if you've not gone there, is really, really good. You got him in Halnir's Arthex. Yep. Okay, Halnir it is. Rat knows because Rat was there. I tried this game and don't know if I really like it. What has changed? When did you play it? If you played it in 2023, this is damn near a different game. The combat is way different than 2023. The combat revamp is one of the best things to happen to this game. And now the itemization changes is probably the second best thing to happen to this game since 2023. Just hit level 8. Where should you level now? Undead is still good at 8. Goblin Caves. I think you can do some stuff in AVP. What was I doing? Okay, so we're going to go try harvesting. No, I played it on the 13th. You talking about like 6 days ago? How do you guild invite? /guild invite, all one word, and then space and then their name. Or you can do it with them targeted. So /guild invite, all one word, space, name. Yeah, I was able to get wild vegetables. I don't know. So let me ask you a question. What didn't you like about it and how long did you play? Like what level did you get your guy to? There's Duke's grabbing a jute. Let me see. I don't know if I can grab this jute or not. Oh shit, the name is up right here. Hot Shot. I've not seen her before. No. Can you rename your skeleton? No, not yet. I don't know if you're going to be able to. I hope you're able to rename your pets. I got to level 5 and played for about 4 days. What class did you pick? Oh, I'm definitely hitting harder. Here's the resting prompt there. Arthax, I love that you've been in long enough to let people know how much has changed, and that's doing. And thanks for doing these streams. It's and being so great about answering people's questions. Yeah, I try to keep up, but it's getting more and more challenging. But yeah, no problem. I love how do I put this? I, like most people, I was very critical. So when I played in 2023, the game had great bones. So the very first time I played the game had great bones, right? So I'm like, there's so much potential here. I was really excited. Um, I was disheartened after the graphics changed, but I understood why. Um, I felt like the game should have been farther along, which I know that's a huge criticism of a lot of things, but MMOs are hard to develop, period. Right? So I saw how much potential was there in 2023, and I was like, they need help. They really need help. They have so much potential here. They have the bones of a great game. They need help. So how can we do that? Okay, let's start drawing attention to the game, right? So telling your friends about it, pointing people towards it, showing people the good portions of the game, because like the bad portions of any game stand out already, right? Like you don't need to call attention to that. Like take that as a part of your weighing whether or not you want to play something, but the glaring issues you don't need to point out. How can we improve these things that are great, right? Because there's always going to be bad things in any game. There's going to be something that somebody doesn't like because you can't please everyone. So one of the great things that I've seen VR do is you can go to the total opposite with this, right? So in game design or any type of design, when you're talking to a user, the user is going to say, I want X, Y, and Z, right? And they want this easy experience for a lot of people, but most people don't know what they want. They don't know what's going to be fun and engaging. So what you have to do there is you have to, it sounds really harsh. You have to not listen to what people want, right? Like 100%. So what you have to do is you have to take what people want and come 80%. Give me a second. Of course it's going to come out in the middle of that. One second, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. I thought maybe server dropped, but I think maybe my my internet just rebooted. Okay, I'm able to get back in the game. All right, can everybody hear me now? Everybody good? Thumbs up. Let me check here. All right, bitrate is looking good. All right, YouTube says they're good. Bitrate on here looks good. All right, Twitch, can y'all hear me? All right, YouTube's good. All right, can hear on YouTube. All right, how about Twitch? All right, give me just a sec. Let me look. One second. Sorry, guys. Of course, right in the middle of that spiel, does it go nuts? All right, testing.